Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron from Breaking the Cycle, joined as always with Travis from Howie Games and Cody from Stealing Life. Hope you guys have had a good week. I have. I think these guys have. Travis has a little story for us to start off today. Travis?
I don't feel good.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Cool story, bro.
That's it.
The best story, 10 out of 10.
Okay, do we have time to hear it again?
Yes.
Right. We have still another hour and 59 minutes.
We're going to do this for 2 hours today. We better
2-hour podcast.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not editing that. I'm not doing it.
I can't math. Don't mind me.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Yeah.
So we're about to start the podcast today, and my neighbor comes up to the fucking door, and he's a little Hispanic fellow. And I'm already pissed off because my dogs have shit all over the place, and other things have happened this morning that I don't care to mention. And so I go answer the door, and there's my little Hispanic neighbor, and I like him. He's a really good guy, but he's sitting there, and I go, hi, and he goes, do you like tortillas? I'm like, well, yeah, I like tortillas.
I mean, who doesn't like tortillas? That's a dumb question. It's like, do you like bread?
Yeah. No, but
I guess there are some people.
He looks at me and he kind of gets this twinkle in his eye, like he's excited, and he goes, I have tortillas. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And like, I just kind of stared at him for a minute, like, yeah. And fucking he goes, I make tortillas. And I'm like, oh, okay, you have homemade tortillas. And he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. And he has a little bag with him, and he hands them to me, and I'm like, oh, he's giving me tortillas.
No.
And I was like, oh, that's cool, thank you. And I go to walk away, and like I set him down, and I hear another knock, and I turn around and answer the door. He's still standing there. He goes, do you have money?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, I have money. And he goes,
all right. Of course, what do you charge?
$20. I'm out $20 for that one.
20
really?
bucks? How many tortillas did he give you?
Dude, it was a lot of tortillas, let me tell you that. It's
Why
like,
would you pay $20 for tortillas?
That's
all I had. I don't know if he was actually asking me for $20. That's I was in a pinch to start the podcast. You guys were in here waiting for me, being
you
dickheads.
open the door and you throw the tortillas in his face and you say, fuck your tortillas.
No, like honestly, I was
now.
just in a hurry and I had $20 on the table right next to my door, so I just grabbed it and handed it to him and said, okay, have a nice day. And he's like, wow. He looked really happy about it, though.
You were being charitable. Fair enough. But, I mean,
No.
damn, dude.
So.
I would have been like, no soliciting. Get off my lawn.
Call the cops.
I think, yeah, because I think that's a problem that I just started unwittingly. I think he's going to come back.
Yeah.
He's going to start being like,
$20.
every week it's going to be like, oh, you want more tortillas? And you'd be like, no. No more tortillas.
No more tortillas.
Your impression is so gangster Mexican, and Travis's is so like frail little man Mexican. It's so different.
Frail little man. Like,
it's amazing though.
He's kind of cute, almost like not in a gay way, but he's
No homo, but you know he's cute.
Homo, but he's an adorable little Mexican man.
You know, you almost look like an adorable little Mexican man, so I can see why you associate. You know, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's cute.
That's why he thought he wanted tortillas.
He wants a different kind of tortilla.
Homemade tortillas.
Oh.
You got to pay me extra for that one.
More than
Anyway,
$20.
$20. You're dumb.
I know, man.
No,
Ask for change or something. If he's selling a product, he's gonna have change.
I don't know if he did or if he was just. Well, maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
know
Like,
'cause you didn't
it's
ask.
kind of awkward that
You
he
weren't-
came and asked me to buy these anyway. So it was
You
kinda
weren't
just
the
an awkward
first person
situation.
he tried to sell to. Guaranteed, man.
I guarantee you they're the first one that bought.
Well, I was in a hurry. My Dragon Ball Z wallet was right over there, and I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah?
We're such adults. You have a Dragon Ball Z wallet.
I know. I have a Zelda wallet.
I have
What
a
kind of
Captain
wallet?
America
do you
wallet.
have?
Yeah. All right.
I was gonna say I also have a Zelda wallet, but it broke. That's why I got the Dragon Ball Z wallet.
Oh yeah, I have 2 Zelda wallets, a black one and a white one.
I have a red and
I like
black
them
one.
both.
My last wallet was a Deadpool wallet.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah.
Actually, that was one of the Christmas presents I got for Alicia. It wasn't a wallet, but speaking of Deadpool, it was one of those like throw blankets, and it had Deadpool riding a unicorn, and he had
course.
2 SMGs in his hand, and he's shooting them at.
Yeah.
They had this dinosaur that was throwing up little kitties.
Yeah. So, I saw Birdbox. I
you
went
did actually watch it.
I actually watched it,
I'm shocked.
and I enjoyed
impressed.
it. It was good.
It was good.
I liked it. It kind of, I don't know. The only thing that was wrong with it, and I understand how they did it, but with the first scene where you see her on the boat with the 2 kids and whatnot, and once you see it transition back to like 6 years or 5 years earlier, whenever it said that it was, that everyone you meet now is going to die.
Yeah, it's hard to care.
Yeah, and I don't.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah, it was the first thing that I noticed. I'm like, oh well, that kind of sucks. Everybody's gonna die. There's no reason
gonna
for
die. It's
no, like I get it. It's kind of a horror film, a thriller, I guess, but
it was more
still,
suspense for me. Honestly, I don't think it was really scary per se.
No, yeah,
It wasn't scary.
no,
It was really entertaining though.
yeah, I did enjoy it.
I love how they just kind of throw Machine Gun Kelly in there just to have Machine Gun Kelly in there.
Well, he was an actor.
Is he an
They didn't
actor?
just
Or is
say-
that the first movie he's ever been in? I'm pretty sure that's the
No,
first
he's
one.
been in a few movies.
Has he?
He was in the sequel or remake of what's that movie called? SLC Punk or something?
Oh, there was a remake of that?
Yeah, he was in that.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know
followed
there
him
was a
on the
remake of.
Instagrams.
Right.
You
But
like Machine Gun Kelly?
What?
Do you like Machine Gun Kelly?
I'm just curious. I like.
some of his stuff.
I love how
Oh, okay.
like pacifistic you are. Like you like Machine Gun Kelly.
Well, because Cody likes to instantly
sounded
tell
like the
me
guy
what
with
an
tortillas.
asshole I am if I have an
know.
opinion that differs from Cody's at all.
I know.
I don't
'cause,
like
you could
Machine
be
Gun
like,
Kelly, so I can't just come out and say that.
like this person.
Because if I do,
Yeah, I
Cody's
like some
just
of his
like,
stuff.
"Oh, you're a bigot asshole, Travis."
Wow.
Just
You're
totally
just a giant
expecting
dick.
Cody to just like trash everything about your face.
No,
if you
and
bring up
like
the wrong thing.
all I'm genuinely asking is if he likes Machine Gun Kelly, because I'm letting him know I don't, because he's weird. His beard's weird.
Well, fuck you, Travis.
There-
No, I like some of his stuff.
I actually
His older
have
stuff.
I have a clip of me at a Fall Out Boy concert in Boise, yelling "My beard's weird" at Machine Gun Kelly.
Good deal.
Went to a Fallout Boy concert.
Yeah, I like Fall Out Boy.
Ugh.
See, and this is where Cody instantly just starts tearing me apart.
No, I'm not going to. Try not to be sick though.
See, like
Out
I
Boy.
just tell Cody that, hey, I don't like that guy. Cody goes, ew, you're disgusting.
That's not what happened. You told me you like Fallout Boy. That's why you're disgusting.
See, there it is.
Okay.
I get abused in
Anyways,
this podcast.
Machine
That's
Gun
all
Kelly
it is.
is
Help
an
me.
actor.
Send help.
Great.
Send help.
So, one of the things that I thought the movie did very well,
Get us back on track.
let's back on track here, is the fact that they never actually showed, the demon or whatever. That was a really, really good idea. And as I
did like
understand
that.
it, they did actually have a makeup company come in and make someone, but they didn't end up using it, which was really, really good. I'm glad they didn't use it, because you can never.
It gets rid of the mystery, the angst behind it, not knowing what it is.
Yeah, you can't build up to those expectations. Like you never be able to, like, whatever you see is always going to be worse than what you build up in your mind.
Right.
Every
like
single time.
I would have been really, really disappointed if we got to the end of the movie and she's like about to run in the sanctuary and she turns around and fucking Cthulhu is chasing her through the forest. I would have been like, well, that killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what it would have been, it probably would have been a letdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because your mind makes up better shit than your eyes can, I guess. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah,
Then
no.
your eyes can. I think what you're going for is what's real. but your mind makes worse things.
Yeah.
Your eyes don't make the things you see, Travis.
Well, I mean,
There's universes in my eyeballs.
You only exist when I look at you.
how do you know that I don't, or that, oh fuck, here we go. Did you ever, if you could, if she could, if you would, she could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, how did you enjoy the movie, Travis?
Honestly, I kind of wanted to dislike it. Because
Why?
everybody was liking it, so I instantly went in with
Oh.
Cody's getting mad.
I hate people like that. Just because a lot of people like something, you have to hate it. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
No, it's not
stupid.
even. It's not even
dumb.
like that.
You're trying to be counterculture.
Yes.
You're trying to be contrary. You're trying to be cool. Like it if it's good. Who gives a fuck if everybody likes it?
That's true. I
God,
totally
that
agree
pisses
with
me
that.
off. I'm okay.
And Cody
I do-
automatically, if your opinion differs than mine, then goddamn it, it's wrong.
No, that wasn't the point though.
Wow,
it was
do you listen?
It was to be
No, but you aren't listening. Listen, I went into it with the expectation that was gonna be bad because I felt like it was overhyped. People like to overhype things.
okay,
a
but that
lot.
wasn't what you said.
That's not what you said. You said
Okay.
you wanted to hate it because other people liked it.
Well, and I mean, honestly, it's got Sandra Bullock. I'm not a huge Sandra Bullock fan.
Okay, but you're
What?
changing the argument,
I
though.
really
Don't
didn't.
focus on that right now.
What?
This is what Travis does.
How could you not like Sandra
Okay,
Bullock?
hold on. He changes the
She's a
argument.
goddess.
No, don't lose track of this, Aaron.
Okay.
He
Cody's like,
changes
no, let me hate
arguments
Travis a
so that
little
he
bit
can
more.
be right.
Let me hate
The
her
argument
just a
isn't
little bit
about
more.
Sandra Bullock. It's that you said you wanted to hate something because a lot of people liked it. That's the argument.
Well, no, I went with honestly, and I probably said this incorrectly. I'm sorry, Cody. Let me be more specific and just watch every word I say, because if I don't say the right things around Cody, I'm gonna get ripped to shreds.
Breathe, Travis.
No, fucking no. I don't have to breathe if I don't want to, Cody. If that's your opinion, I don't give a shit. You could be wrong, and I could be right, and I could be wrong, and you could be right. Fuck off. But
It's not about being wrong or right.
it is with you. Because you
No,
said that,
it
who
really
gives a fuck
isn't.
if somebody wants to go in hating something? Either way, that's their opinion. Don't let it bother you so much.
'Cause you're
Jesus
dumb.
Christ.
You just want to
Then
hate
let me
something
be
because people
dumb.
like it.
Why do you have to freak out because other people
so
are dumb? That's the
stupid.
world, Cody. People are
That's
stupid.
what's wrong with it.
I think you were
I mean-
stupid for getting so overly amped up about how other people feel about shit. Why?
I mean,
it's a waste of
we're-
time.
Aaron has something to say.
well, I
Okay,
mean,
go
like
ahead,
we can be amped up about opinions. That's kind of what makes humans cool, because we can be all excited or upset about things.
Yeah.
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 It's good. It's all cool.
But
We're friends here.
It's different. It's different when you're going at it and then somebody gets aggressor kind of towards you, like, oh, I fucking hate you for that.
Well, I
Isn't
do.
that right,
I can't
Cody?
hide that.
Okay, to be fair though, he's not saying he hates you. He just doesn't like people who go into something
Yeah.
like they want to hate it because it's popular, and that's the issue.
If you think it's gonna suck because it's overhyped, I totally get that.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. But people that outright say, "Oh, I hate Fortnite," well, why? Because everybody likes it.
Yeah, and
That's dumb.
Even
That's
if-
not an informed opinion.
and a
You know,
lot
and
of the time, that's
honestly-
what's going on, regardless. Even if they don't say that, oh, because everyone likes it, I just don't like it, and it's like, well, but why?
Yeah, form an actual opinion. That's all I'm
To
saying.
be completely honest, though,
Cutting
like,
out again.
no. Because we're going to have this conversation about the Fortnite thing. I have a better opinion of why I actually dislike the game.
Okay, fair enough. Go for it.
One, I really don't. I love the shooting mechanics of it. Actually, it feels better than PUBG to me on the shooting mechanics of it, because I can see
does.
things. I can differentiate
It's
from the
smooth.
background. It's smooth.
are we
It does
talking
that.
about?
Fortnite.
Okay,
it does that
cut
part
out,
well, because
sorry.
you asked me why I didn't like it before, and you thought that I was just automatically hating on it. I do not care for the building aspect, because I'm actually halfway decent at building, but I still don't enjoy that, because I feel like if I'm going to snipe you in the head, I should be able to just snipe you in the head. It's a shooter. I don't like the building aspect of it. And more so than disliking the game, I dislike the culture that surrounds that game.
Well, the popular culture at the very least.
Not even the popular
Ninja's
culture.
a douche.
Have you watched Ninja?
Yeah, he's a douche.
Yeah, he's a fucking
But that
toxic
culture's
dickhead.
around
But that's
all shooters.
yeah, and there's always going to be those people. Absolutely.
There's always dickhead cultures around shooters because there's elitists. But
Yeah,
this one has. It's like the Minecraft of our time, but then it also has a really douchey culture surrounding it. Does that make sense?
No, not to me.
A little bit, but the thing is when it comes to shooters, you always get like the MLG type players, the people who are really hardcore about it and want to be better than everybody else. And the thing is with Minecraft, like, because you brought that up, there's no competitive spirit there. Everyone's just trying to create, so it brings a different kind of mindset to the game. So with Fortnite, with it being so competitive and how frustrating that game can be, you die once and you're kicked out of the entire game. You got to start completely over.
That's what I hate about it.
Yeah, and it's the battle royale style. And well, I mean, it's a style of gameplay, and you can like it or not like it, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But it does. I'm just saying that style of gameplay with those kinds of people does tend to bring out some kind of less than favorable characters in people. And I think anytime you get into MLG kind of culture, it's gonna see a lot of dickheads, just like you see like in football or something. A lot of those guys are dickheads too.
Everything has dickheads.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
dickheads
the thing
are
is, like, that's why I love Minecraft when it was like the big, and it still is really big. I'm not trying to talk shit on Minecraft, but
it's past its
dwindling.
peak.
Yeah, it's dwindling, but is everybody enjoyed it because it was a genuinely creative, good game, like, and there wasn't. I'm not everybody, but if you didn't like it, it was just because you didn't like it. It wasn't because it turned into a meme.
That's kind of true.
But that's like a valid reason to not like a game, is because you don't like it.
Right,
I
and
hate it that people don't like it just because it's popular.
Yeah,
right, and that's why
I don't like Minecraft. That's I'm bored when I play it.
That's another reason that I dislike Fortnite, is because it's just turned into this overly encompassing thing in especially gaming areas. Like when I'm watching the YouTube Rewind, I don't want to see Will Smith be like, I want to see Fortnite, because Will Smith really does not care.
No one wanted to see Will Smith. He's not YouTube.
No,
I subscribe to Will Smith.
You're the problem with this community.
I genuinely like his videos.
No,
he does cool stuff.
He's neither.
I mean, I love Will Smith.
He's on there.
Have you watched his
him as an
videos?
actor.
No.
He does cool stuff.
Yeah. Okay, but was he like an established YouTuber before that video came out?
I don't think he was.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
He's been on YouTube for like a year.
Then why is everybody like upset about it? Because
because
we didn't know, obviously.
It's what I'm talking about, what I hate. People don't form an actual opinion on things. They just hate it to hate it. And they hate it because it's Will Smith and they think of him as an actor. But he's been doing YouTube for a while now.
If I had known that he was doing YouTube and actually like making YouTube videos and being a YouTuber before I saw the Rewind, I probably would have been a lot more okay with that.
He's got a few, I don't know how many, a few million subscribers. All of his videos get over like 2-3 million views.
Well, I mean, that's just because he's Will Smith.
Yeah,
I was going to say
doing
he's going to have subscribers anyway. But
yeah, because I mean, if you look at Jack Black, he's put out 2 videos and he has 2.4 million subscribers. And both videos are less than a minute long.
Yeah,
and he's just like.
Well, supposedly he's actually going to do things. I don't know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing like gaming videos with his son and such.
The main reason, and I've decided this as coming from somebody who's really, passionate about games and whatnot, the main reason I dislike Fortnite isn't really about the gameplay or the game itself at all. It's the fact that it came out with a game mode that was similar to something else that was trying to get up and get going, aka PUBG, which is PUBG, or would PUBG have been the biggest thing ever? I don't know. But
it's a game style,
no, listen.
You can't copyright
I'm
genre.
not talking about copyrighting a game or the genre, but where they undermined PUBG directly is they made their game free and focused on microtransactions, which I don't agree with in gaming at all, just because it's...
Okay, so I just want to make it clear, though. I think that's a better game style, to provide a free game for people where they can choose to just buy stupid shit if they want to. And because there's no part of that game that's locked away except for stupid things like character outfits or characters and stuff. There's nothing intrinsic to the gameplay that stops you from playing it through these microtransactions. Otherwise, you literally have a free game. But if you want to look nice, then you can pay more money.
Right, but
and I think that's pretty fair.
From a game that people have spent time and put a lot of effort in developing, and I guess what I'm trying to say there is that you have a game that could have been ever evolving because people were actually, you know, putting money into it. It could have become something more than it was, but instead we saw it just kind of die off because, I mean, Fortnite was a good game, and it is
that's
free.
What happens.
You don't have to buy it, so it's
that's
more
what happens
readily
when a better
accessible.
idea comes to the forefront. It happens with everything.
Even if it wasn't even necessarily a better idea, but it was a more marketable.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Yeah. It was a much better marketing strategy.
It is a better marketing strategy, and I'm not going to lie, but is that good for games in general? I don't know. Like,
think about it. If PUBG went they made their game free and then made all the look accessories. Like something for one, they went through and made a bunch of really cool looking shit and then made that, you know, stuff you could pay for and get loot crates and shit like that. And then they started making money off of that. Would you think that would change your opinion about it?
My question to you is then why would devs spend time on making the game more fun and finding new ingenuity and stuff to put into a game where all they have to focus on is, vanity items?
But that wouldn't be the case though, because no one would play the game. No one would play the game if it wasn't fun in the first place.
You're acting like Fortnite's not fun just because you don't like it.
No,
Fortnite's a fun game. I hate battle royale games and I enjoy playing Fortnite. That's all.
Well, no, but legitimately, this is a concern that I have about developing and whatnot. I'm not saying that they're not going to look at the game at all, but has Fortnite really changed since it come out? Let's look at that. I mean, metas have gotten different where aka the pump was a lot more powerful, less powerful. They've done some changes to the map, but innate gameplay and style, I think the only thing that really has changed was the addition and then subtraction of vehicles.
Because it's fun.
Well, if you look at other games, how often do you see other games make huge changes to the gameplay styles? Like if you look at Destiny, for instance, and you look at the online play, very rarely do you see anything change, really.
Destiny. I made a lot of weird faces.
I would argue that is wrong. Actually, Destiny 2 from the beginning expansion to right now is very, very different.
As far as, I'm talking about like competitive gameplay, the PvP, exactly what you would expect as like general 4v4 shooter.
Right, yes. Because not only did they go in and rework how guns are and balance everything, you know, that's just kind of how online gameplays go. But they
think Fortnite's rebalanced their guns?
They have, and I brought that up. But as far as any sort of change to the gameplay, I would say that the only thing that's really changed, as far as my knowledge of it goes, and that's not very extensive, so I could be wrong, was the addition and subtraction of vehicles. But in Destiny, they completely reworked how Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters work. They gave them different abilities. They rechanged and reworked.
That's intrinsic to the game itself, though.
Yeah,
and
but
that falls under a different category, kind of.
I don't think that does, because you could add things like that as such as character abilities or different, like, okay, I don't know if you'd want to add classes to Fortnite because I don't know if that would work, but you could add different mechanics, or maybe between different maps even. Generate a different new map.
So the map changes over time. That's why they don't have different maps.
They have seasons.
Because as the season goes, things change. And
right, but wouldn't you think that they could have more maps if they didn't spend all their time focusing on coming out with new vanity items? Because I'm sure that a lot more vanity items come out than new content.
One of the things I think most people that like Fortnite like about it is that it's one map that changes. It's interesting. It's different than other games that's like, oh, well, you can play on this map, or you play on this map, or we have a third map, and it's always the same map. Where this one is one map that changes quite a bit. Like, if you look at it from when it started to what the map is now, it's not even close to the same thing.
Yeah. And it gives it a familiarity on top of a uniqueness with that. I think it's an interesting idea. It's a different approach to the idea of online gameplay rather than just offering a shitload of maps and adding more.
Yeah.
You keep on constantly updating a map that people are already familiar with and make it constantly more interesting.
That's what people like about it. It's unique. And also, you were talking about like the gameplay. They add different game modes all the time. So they just had one a little while ago that was more like a team deathmatch type thing where you respawn, which was actually really fun.
I didn't know that.
I enjoyed that. And then they add, when Avengers was coming out, they had the Infinity Gauntlet mode where you can get the gauntlet and turn into Thanos.
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking punch people in the face across the map. And then they added a sword.
I actually remember that one.
They took the sword out. And so they do a lot. I just feel like you don't play it. So you don't know.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Well, no, and I said admittedly, if they add different stuff that I'm not, that's perfectly fine. But you know, it feels like that it could detract from good game development. That's, you know, purely all I'm saying. Have we seen it specifically affect stuff like that? Yeah, but not in a free game to play kind of situation. It was more towards like, you guys remember Battlefront?
I heard about Battlefront.
Okay, so
what is Battlefront?
Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh fuck yeah, I played it. That game sucked.
Did you play the? Yeah, and you could either spend hours and hours playing the game to unlock those loot boxes.
Oh no, that wasn't my problem.
Oh, okay.
Because the first Battlefront was terrible, and they didn't have that yet.
The one on an Xbox, like
it's
the
just
original.
The same. No.
Oh.
The one where you like unlock loot chests, that was Battlefront 2. Yeah. Battlefront, the first one came out a few years ago, I think.
Right.
And it was just the same thing over and over again. There's no nuance. There's no campaign. There's no nothing.
I don't know about the original or the Battlefront. I'm just talking about the one that had purchasable content in it.
Yeah, and just don't buy it.
Well,
I understand why people get so mad that there's an option to buy things.
Because that's the thing, Cody, and that one you couldn't progress if you did not buy it.
That I agree.
That's annoying. Yeah, and if that was the case, then that's stupid.
No, it was really stupid.
Okay,
your progression
but didn't they change
stopped.
That?
I don't know if they ever did.
They ended up just turning off the ability to buy their loot boxes, which then turned it into a really grindy game. And I don't know what they did after that to fix it.
Most games are.
Yeah.
Because
but that was an abnormally grindy game. They set it up, and that was the problem that communities had about it. Is they set it up to make it to where if you don't buy this, you're not going to be able to play against other people. You know, like and that's the thing is I don't want to see more of those types of behaviors.
It failed.
It failed miserably.
Then there you go. Then you don't have to worry because people are going to speak up for what they like and don't like. So if something does that. And everybody hates it, it's not going to succeed, so other games aren't going to do that.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much worry in the front of, you know, creativity, honestly, especially with the forefront of indie games getting so popular. People are just getting more and more creative, and that's why I think AAA has been kind of dying recently.
What AAA titles?
Yeah, because not as many people want to, you know, pay $60 for a game that always feels half complete, you know, and waiting for DLC, you know.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Destiny can suck my ass.
I mean, it wasn't a bad game, Destiny, honestly.
It was a terrible game.
You really just hated it?
No, it was a fun game for like 4 hours, because then you're done, and I spent $60, and then, if you want to play more, give me $40 more. No, fuck you. So no, I'm good.
That I understand. I absolutely loved that game, but that was mostly because I always played with Jess, and then sometimes I played with Travis, and we went out and did things together. Yeah. It was a group bonding game, and it felt really, really good to play. Yeah. That's the thing
is, like, I feel like you'd feel like that if you got to the end of the story. It kind of sounds like you didn't know about the end game.
Yeah, I didn't know that existed. No, yeah, I knew that was there, but none of you fuckers were playing it.
Yeah, well, raids are like if you have a raiding party, an established raiding party, then it's fun. It's super fun. But unless you know people, like it fucking sucks. Nobody wants to get on those forums and get on there like, do you want to play a raid with me with a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds? Because I've done that. I got on there and me and Jess got and tried to find a bunch of randos, and there's a bunch of fucking kids that are like screaming, and their mom comes in, are you still playing Destiny? It's like, no, Mom! God, make me more Pop-Tarts! Fuck!
I mean, but you're gonna get that when you play with people anytime, you know.
Yeah, but it's
like,
not required to play with people in other games.
Yeah, but that was the whole aspect about Destiny, is they were trying to make it a MMO almost. Like they were trying to have MMO aspects of that, and that requires you to go out and talk to other people, and that's cool. I just wish they would have made it matchmaking. I wish you could have just clicked on raid. It would have thrown you in with people the same way that PvP works. And that would have been way better. So much better. The reason, and I agree, because I think that would work a lot better, but the reason that they did it the way that they did, because in like let's say in early days of WoW, they were trying to get people to be a part of that community, so it would foster the need to talk to other people and be like, hey, what do you know about this? You know, rather than just throw us in a group and put us in. And
I do
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I do understand that mentality. Absolutely. Because if you go in, you get a bunch of randos and half the people don't know what they're doing in the raid, you're going to fail. And that would be really, really frustrating. I understand the need for wanting to talk to people beforehand and making sure you want to be in a party with these people. But I still think the option of having matchmaking in the raid would have been much better than not giving it to us at all. Because absolutely, if someone wanted to succeed and they had a party, be able to throw it in there and get it done.
Yeah.
But
right, like kind of like World of Warcraft's what is it? System is you can either walk into the dungeon with a group of people, or you can queue up in a queue finder.
Yeah.
And which actually, I kind of thought about this, and they should kind of mimic this, especially being on the launcher there. It's more rewarding if you get better rewards to go to the dungeon if you do have to go out and set up a group rather than using their queue finder.
That seems a little kind of off to me also. It seems like regardless of how you actually achieve it, you should be getting the same rewards.
Well, no, because it's on a higher difficulty also.
Okay, fair enough. That's
why.
That makes sense.
Okay,
but you can't just queue into the higher difficulty ones. And then that way, if you want to be, you know, the 12-year-old kid that's kind of socially awkward, that doesn't really, usually they kind of stick in around that area because they get to have their fun and do the raid. But then people who are more serious about it have an option also.
See, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because I would have liked to do the things in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have got, you know, the crazy gun, but you still would have got like really nice guns that would be fine for PvP. And
I was just more worried about being pretty. I had like pink and yellow armor.
Nice.
I do not like Destiny's vanity sort of system. What? I don't like it. Like I think you should be able to customize each piece of armor and use a look that not necessarily is the look of the same piece. Like, okay, so if I like the look of this level 10 light level thing, but I have a level 300 light level thing, but I can't use the level 10 thing because it's level 10, so I have to use the look.
Annoying.
Yeah, okay. I get that.
Because I'd have to wear ugly shit just to be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I think that you should be able to, like, if I have the appearance of this level 10 thing, then let me use that appearance I already have the level 300 thing, like, you know, something to make it work there.
They solved that, though, didn't they, with the infusion system?
Not really, because you can't infuse certain things. Like, you can't change the appearance.
On the whole...
It's still pretty similar. It not a lot changed there. I don't think. I haven't played.
It's just like with any legendary item and higher, you can infuse it as high as you want it to.
Well, yeah, but it's gotta be one of the legendary ones. Like, so your blues are completely useless if you like the appearance of something.
Yeah, but most of the blues are just rehashes of the legendaries and not quite as good.
Usually, but there's some unique ones. And there's some unique ones that actually tell stories now. There's a lot of storytelling through the loot
In
that
blues?
you get. Yes.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough.
So, I believe somebody's going to call me out now, and I'm going to be wrong.
Well, we'll see.
So, Birdbox. Yeah, it was a good movie.
How did we get here
So
from
far.
Birdbox?
So far. So far.
Okay, so should we talk about the other one?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I don't think it's
The
worth going back
Bandersnatch?
into Birdbox. Yeah, we'll talk about Bandersnatch.
Well, first of all, did you like Birdbox?
Yes, yes, I
yeah.
did.
Travis?
No, I genuinely did. Like,
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought it
cool.
was a
We're done.
better version of A Quiet Place because I didn't care much for A Quiet Place.
Oh, I hated Quiet Place.
I didn't actually watch it.
I hated it so much.
Especially the ending. The ending was so bad. Like it
was
had
so
so much
dumb.
it had so much potential, but then they're like, "Hey, let's just go and fuck everything up, family." Like
I thought
really,
the whole
you didn't.
movie was boring.
Yeah,
And those were bad parents.
yeah, they're horrible parents.
They deserved to have all their kids die.
Oh, shit.
Fuck those parents. If you know there's monsters running around eating people, why are you 20 yards away from your son?
Letting him play with a fucking
Let him
alien
play
toy.
with a stupid fire truck or whatever it was.
Yeah, like wouldn't you fucking have like ropes tied around all those little bastards? Like so that they had to be right there with you?
I would tie them up and strap them to my back. Like,
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
kids, we're going on a walk.
tape their mouths shut. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Those are terrible parents. I hope they all die.
Well, they probably did because, you know, they resorted to like, oh, we can kill these things. Let's all shoot them with shotguns. You don't think the military already tried that?
That was so dumb.
That was the dumbest ending.
And the design too of their heads like opened all weird, and they had like weird tendon-y thingies.
All right, I want to see this now.
They
Just
tried
didn't
to
make
make them.
sense.
They
There'd
tried
be
to
no
make them
reason
like
for
a
that.
mix between a gargoyle and some kind of Resident Evil monster. Is the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Huh.
Yeah, they're just kind of dumb looking.
And there's like no reason why those front parts would open.
Yeah, usually
just-
there's like a biological justification for.
Yeah, but there's no reason. They just want to make it look gross.
They're like, this is the bad guy.
Yeah. That was a bad movie.
It was. It really was. Like, and I the trailers made it look like it was going to be so good. Like, it was such a good idea.
That's what trailers do. That's
Yeah.
their job.
Well, it is their job, and it's kind of funny because sometimes trailers make a movie that's good look terrible. I've been duped a couple of times,
Do you
man.
have
An
you have an
example? I think. Oh well, actually, I just recently saw the original trailers for Firefly, the series. The original series for that, and it looked like this like quirky little comedy. And if any of you've seen Firefly, it's not it's funny in some spots. It's really funny, but it's generally a pretty serious show. And they're like, oh, this gonna be so fun. And it's like, oh, almost like a sitcom, but based in space. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's not at all what the show was.
that would get my money.
Oh, a
Like
sitcom
Friends in
space.
space. I'll watch like Ross and Rachel in space. I'll watch that.
Oh,
Comes in the
Joey's an
room.
alien.
One of these days, Marsha.
yeah.
Pow, straight to the moon, and it's only right over there.
So, who wants to talk about Bandersnatch?
we can talk about Bandersnatch. I think because Travis was the one who wanted us to watch it in the first place, maybe you should go first.
Actually,
What
that
did you?
was Cody.
Was
no,
it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
he
not
wanted
bring
to
up the
us
Bandersnatch.
to
I
watch
brought up the
Birdbox.
Okay.
the Birdbox.
but you can go
Bootba.
because I think you enjoyed it the most.
I thought it was a really interesting idea. And I like the subject. Obviously, the game development thing was kind of a interesting
obviously.
It
idea.
was cool.
Did you watch it, Aaron, or are you just kind of jumping in here?
I did actually watch
Oh,
it.
okay. You did.
Yeah, I'm shocked. He watched
I'm
both.
surprised. But like I never looked into it. Is there multiple endings?
Apparently so.
Supposedly.
I was gonna say, because there was a point where I knew it was trying to get me to do something, and I just wouldn't do it. And
So real quick, for anyone who doesn't know about Black Mirror Bandersnatch, it's an interesting movie concept where you're going through and you're watching a movie, but as you watch the movie, it gives you choices as to whether the character will do one option or another. It's a really creative idea. It really, really is. So then as you're going through this movie, you're making decisions and it's changing the outcome of the movie. Anyways, I just wanted to clarify that real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to explain what the fuck I'm talking about. So you guys remember the part where it got to the point where it was like trying to get you to destroy his computer?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I absolutely refused to destroy the computer in any way, shape, or form. So you guys probably all got the same ending that I did.
Well, I feel like it kind of makes you go to the same direction no matter what.
Yeah, because there was several times where like I was very like I'm direct in what I want to do. I don't want to do this. I do want to do this, and then it would just kind of end and be like, oh, now you're gonna go back here. Let's try it again.
I hate that.
And that doesn't feel like
it would give you lightly different choices, but ultimately the same consequence.
Yeah. It was just another, like, basically, like, what's the Walking Dead games?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, Telltale games?
Yeah,
the Telltale
because
games.
where they're like, oh, yeah, it gives you these options for, like, oh, there's so many choices and such, but in reality, there's no choices whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of stupid. I don't like that they would give you the option of a choice when there's really no choice.
Yeah, I hated that about it.
Yeah, because, like, I did not want to kill my dad in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing everything to try to make sure that the game just came out.
But no matter what, it happens.
Yeah, no matter what, it seems like you just, like, is there a good ending? Somebody should look that up.
I don't care. Honestly, it irritated me. Netflix sent out a tweet that said something like, if you think you've seen every ending, try picking up the family photo twice. And that made me so mad. It's like, fuck you and your stupid little bullshit game.
Yeah,
it's trying to get people interested in it, you know, here we go with World of Warcraft again. This is going to be the Rooster Teeth thing all over again.
He brings that up more than I bring up wrestling.
I know, right?
The fuckawee I do in the last
I do
of 4 podcasts, sir. We have talked about wrestling, including this one now because we said wrestling.
Have I talked about it yet today?
Yeah, you just said wrestling.
That doesn't count.
That really doesn't count. You can't like bring up the fact that you didn't bring it up and call that as a count.
Okay.
Because then that would ruin a lot of things.
But anyway.
World of Warcraft.
Yep. The WoW devs will tweet out something alluding to the fact that there's a secret hidden in the game.
Ooh,
and
secret.
People will go insane trying to find that. Like, some of them that people have found are just insane. Like, how the fuck did you ever find that kind of thing?
No, I get the marketing. I'm not mad at the marketing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't care enough about your stupid little movie thing to go back and watch it again.
But that's the thing, is it didn't intrigue you enough to draw you into the story enough to where you'd want to find every little piece and secret.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do.
I think it would have been better as just a movie.
It would have been much better as a movie, because the thing is they didn't have any clear endings except for the one that you seem to fall on no matter what.
Yeah.
I think it might be calling different endings
when you go back.
Yeah, I think it's calling it when you're like, oh, something happened and this is bad, so we're gonna send you back. Well, you know?
Did you guys ever get credit rolls or roll credits?
Yeah.
Okay, so did I. What did you guys get? What was your final outcome?
I'm trying to remember.
The final one?
Like what ended the movie for you?
My guy was in prison.
Yeah, same. He killed his dad. Up in prison,
and his game came out anyways.
And it was not very good because he was in prison.
Yep, that was mine too.
But see, all the other endings, like Aaron said, they just push you back into it. Because did you guys in the beginning, when they ask you to work at the office, did you say yes?
Yeah, I went yes first.
And then the game comes out and it's shitty, and then it makes you start over.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to try it again, you know?
That was dumb.
Which, now thinking about it, wait.
Yeah, how did he know that he could try it again?
Yeah, he was very direct with like, I'm gonna go try again.
Because that's the way the movie wanted you
Plot
to push
holes.
into that.
Plot holes.
Was he like aware? He didn't seem like he was aware of it later on. Like
because later
directly
on,
aware
he
of
got,
what was
like,
going on.
Times he was. At times he was aware. At times he wasn't. It was weird.
Yeah, I would have appreciated a little bit more continuity because then he seemed like so blown away, like so chilled by when the dude jumped off of. Well, I don't know if you guys jumped off yourself or whether you had the other guy jump off.
I had the dude do it.
I had the dude also jump off.
I had the dude do it too.
Yeah. But when
Self-preservation, motherfucker.
fuck you, man. You can do what you want, man.
I know. I was sitting over there being all pretentious, like, this is not real. One of us is going over this ledge. I'm like, bitch, it's you.
I thought he was good though.
He was good.
That guy was good.
I did like that guy.
He was awesome.
I didn't like. They're trying to go for the whole like spooky fourth wall breaking thing, and it didn't work. It like. For something that should have worked so well, it didn't work. It felt forced and it felt kind of dumb.
Well, I'm pretty sure I was telling you the whole time.
Honestly, I liked the concept though. Like, I think that they could do
execution
that
was
better.
bad.
Yeah, like it's a great concept, and I think it could be done so much better. And I thought that actually, like doing a multiple choice movie about a multiple choice game with many different endings is, like we're layering it. That's cool. It's a decent idea. It's just I wish it was executed with actual real endings. Like I wish a couple of times it would have been like, fuck you, it's going to start completely over. Like, you ruined everything. This is it. You're done. If you want to do it again, you can start it on your own time. I want it to really kind of fuck me over. Like, one of the coolest things that you can get in certain games is like Far Cry, for instance. Apparently, in every Far Cry game, you can end it within the first 10 minutes and get ending credits. The game can end outright.
Yeah.
In the first 10 minutes.
It's fantastic.
It's hilarious and it's great. That's the way it should be. That feels like a true like a true outcome.
Yeah, like that's one way this could have gone.
Yeah,
it just felt so forced. And they had those little hints of like the lady showing close to the TV and she's like, you're not in control. Yeah, and then it clicks off. It's like, okay, I get it. If I'm not in control, show me a movie. Right. Don't make me hold a controller and push buttons.
It felt a little preachy in the same way too. And it's just you're not.
Maybe
doing
it was
for
trying
me.
to be kind of like, what was it? Deltarune.
How so?
Because Deltarune,
it does have the thing of no control, but it also has a quantified end. And there's a reason for why there is no control.
It gives you choices while telling you have no control to, like, I guess kind of psych you out and thinking like, oh, maybe my choices do matter when in reality they really don't. But maybe I'm giving it too much credit as well. I don't know.
So overall review of it, did you like it?
Not really. Honestly, if I had to like give it an out of 10 or something like that, it's like a 3.5.
Wow. That's
low. I don't think I'd go quite that low. I'd give it a
Travis
4.5, honestly, because I liked the concept a lot. I really did, but like the endings and the inability to really forge my own ending, I didn't like.
I think that's why it got so low for me, is because it pissed me off with like the fact that you're like, oh yeah, look at all these different endings and they didn't feel like endings. I
have to give it credit because I was entertained.
Did you guys ever get a monster?
There's a monster?
A monster?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I went through and I got a lot of go back choices. Like, because I'd force it into that.
Because you're always wrong.
No, I was not drunk. But one of them I got into. Did you guys ever break into the safe? Your dad's safe to try to get your.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. I saw the monster.
Yeah. Aaron, did you see the monster?
The demon thing?
I don't.
He was like a lion-y demon.
He was like a lion-y humanoid that like crawled on the wall at you.
I don't think so.
Huh.
I got in there twice. Once to retrieve my toy, and once to go through the PAX thing.
Oh, okay.
Which it made me like do PAX again, and it kind of like was like, hey, fuck you, that doesn't go anywhere, and that pissed me off also.
Yeah, see, I just typed in the wrong password once, and it was like, oh, here comes this demon from around the corner. Blah! What?
Yeah. It
Like,
felt so
I was
out
just-
of place.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Like, I
Well,
get
that
that
was the demon from the game,
Yeah, the
guy
lion
was talking
character.
about.
Mm-hmm.
which was also named PAX.
Was he?
PAX.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then they tried to do some
PACS.
yeah, mindfuck. Yeah. But I would give it like a 6.
Yeah.
I was entertained.
Yeah.
I had fun doing it.
It definitely
I'll never
upset
go
me.
through it again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back and search for secrets or anything like that. Not at all.
I guess I am being a little harsh on it with the whole 3.5, but it did.
okay.
It made me upset. So I got. You get nothing.
Well, you gave
nothing,
3.5. You didn't give it 0.
Yeah, well, I've never given anything a 0, so it gets as close to nothing as I'm going to give.
Can anything be a 0?
No, because for being something, can't be nothing.
Hellfest was pretty close.
Yeah?
To a 0.
Okay, so was
didn't watch that one.
Hellfest a Rob Zombie movie?
No.
No, okay, it was just
I was
another
gonna
stupid
say,
horror
in
movie.
general, Rob Zombie's movies have never really done much for me.
It's
if
not
it was
his.
Rob Zombies.
I think I only liked one of his movies.
Yeah.
Devil's Rejects.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I don't think I saw that one. I liked Halloween, the original Halloween.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Was good.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
really enjoyed
the
that.
second
You seen the new
Halloween.
one?
The second one was fucking weird.
The unicorn and shit?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
that's
know what the
I
hell
was about to
happened
say,
there.
see?
What the shit was that all about?
It got weird.
It got so weird. Like, why?
Like
Have you
Halloween
seen the
got
new one
weird,
yet?
didn't it, guys?
No, but I'm hoping that it's going to be good.
I saw it.
Yeah?
It's pretty good.
Good.
They pissed me off at one point.
Oh, yeah?
Can I tell you?
Sure. It's not like he's going to survive at the end, obviously, and a bunch of people are going to die.
This isn't even that important. There's a point in the... Okay, you see the guy. He's big as shit, right?
Of course.
Big, scary motherfucker. Murdering people.
Right.
Then you see him again at one point. Obviously smaller dude.
What?
You can tell. Like, I saw him and I was like, oh, that's not Michael Myers. That's going to be one of those fake jump scares where the guy takes it off and it's a friend. No, it was him. But he was way smaller.
They just got a different actor halfway through the movie?
Had to have used a different guy for that one scene. Because he
Maybe this
looked
is kinda
5
like-
inches shorter.
Maybe they didn't realize it, but they let a fake actor on to set.
Or I'm dumb.
No, like
But-
Cody.
I
How you
wonder if it
see
was
fake
camera
people
angle?
around
Maybe.
sometimes.
Jess brought that up.
Yeah,
but
because it could have been to where if the first time they show him or whatever, like they have the camera pointed up at him.
they do that a lot.
And they make him look huge, and then the second time you have like this down angle that makes him
Yeah.
look way smaller.
Maybe. but he just
Definitely
looked
does do that way.
And he looked like slight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, the actor's big and beefy.
Right.
But this guy wasn't. It pissed me off.
That sounds like a cinematography error.
Maybe.
Like if it really was the same actor the whole time, then they could have been like using a really wide angle lens close up and right below him at the first time, couple of times you see him,
Yeah.
and then that one you can have a more linear lens, like a 50 mil or something like that, and pointing at him downwards a little bit from a further
Well,
away.
they fucked that up. then,
Yeah.
'cause
Because
it looked like shit.
yeah,
I
you
could see
can't
them
go to
doing
those
that.
extremes because it will totally screw with people's
Yeah.
perspective.
And it ruined how big and scary he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool, though. It's a cool movie. Hellfest, not so much.
I didn't watch Hellfest.
Oh, okay.
that's okay.
I just thought you were gone
Yeah,
for
I
a
thought
second
you
there.
left.
Oh no. I just had nothing to say about it because I've never seen it.
Right.
Just don't do it.
I was going to too because it looked like it'd be decent. Like I've
Is it?
always wondered about those haunted houses that you could, like, you could go to and sign a waiver, and like they have a safe word.
Those
Like, have
things
you ever
are
seen-
stupid. Why would you do that? People sign up to be tortured.
I mean, but they can't hurt you. They can't torture you.
Well,
It's all psychological.
there's
and that-
some of the extreme haunted houses where they do, like,
Hurt
there's
you?
one guy that, like, will tie you up. But he blindfolds you for the whole thing. And then he'll, like, dump you in ice cold water to,
Oh,
like,
God.
shock you. You never know what's going on. People come out of there bruised, cut, fucking broken nose.
Okay,
You know-
see, if I was getting my nose broken or like hurt,
Yeah.
I could see not wanting to do that, but like, I mean, when I think of an extreme one is that it's more psychologically scary than physically painful. Because yeah, nobody wants to get hurt.
Yeah, they put like your head in a bucket of water, make you hold your breath. The guy was making him hold his breath for like 3 minutes or something, and he'd like pull him out and be like, "That wasn't long enough," and put him back.
Oh fuck.
It's horrible.
Well,
I mean,
that
I guess it's to try to get people to be genuinely afraid.
Yeah, I mean,
but why?
Like, no, I understand the need for wanting to be afraid of certain things. It's the reason why we watch scary movies in the first place, and it's a more tangible fear than just watching something on TV. But that's a pretty extreme way of going about it. You know, really extreme.
That's a really extreme way, and I don't agree with that. Like, I'd agree to sign up for one that like, you know, like that they could touch you, but like not hurt you. Right. Like if somebody wanted to grab me and pull me away from my group of friends and put me into a different room kind of thing by myself, that'd be cool. And it'd probably freak me out a little bit. But if you like came up and threw a gunny sack over my head, punched me in the nose, and then like fucking dunked my head in a bottle of water and then threw me in another room, I'd be like, in a bottle of water. I'd be like, what the fuck was that? You know?
I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I would react.
Like punch?
Yeah. I think I'd start beating people.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, like the actors, if you had to sign a waiver, the actors obviously have to have some kind of contract and insurance. Well, I mean, I'd imagine they'd probably get mad. It's okay, I'm just doing my job here. But you're like, yeah, well, I'm just reacting, man.
Because someone comes up behind me and tries to like pick me up, I'm elbowing him in the nose. Gonna break his shit.
That's gotta happen. Now that I'm thinking, there's gotta be some MMA guys in there just like they're wired that way and just like kapah, you know.
Well, Jess likes to scare me.
I'd imagine that people that are wired that way know that they're wired that way and probably don't go to those kind of things because they know it's gonna happen.
Because Jess will try to scare me. She loves to scare me. But one time I was always when I'm coming out of a bathroom. Okay, I'm in my safe zone when I'm pooping. Okay,
right, yeah, of course.
And we're in some store. And I come out of the bathroom and she like jumps at me and I threw a fucking hook at her head, but she ducked and I missed. And ever since then, she still scares me, but she'll be on the ground and she'll like grab at my ankles.
She should kick her in the face.
I'm going to.
It's bad, man. It's really bad. You gotta be careful of that shit.
Yeah, I told her you can't scare me.
Body slams her like, hi-oh.
I'm just used to reacting.
Right, yeah. You know, those sound really hardcore, but you know what I would want to do is I'd want to do an escape room.
Like, I've done one.
Yeah, me and Jess wanted to do that.
Well, fuck you. But
no. Okay, listen.
I would really. Oh, God damn it! I knew this was gonna start a fucking story.
Okay, let Aaron talk.
Did it. Okay, go.
It's fine.
No, let Aaron talk.
It's fine. I would.
And then Travis can tell the story. How about that?
Well, I always thought they were really interesting. I've always loved puzzles. Zelda is one of my favorite games ever. And puzzles are just like awesome. So I want to take a bunch of people that I know are good at puzzles, like you, for instance, and just do
Cody?
well, maybe if I can get you too, Trav, and get like 6 people all in there and get an escape room going, like it'd be pretty cool. You know, I think we do pretty well.
It's funny that you equate it with Zelda because I think of Resident Evil.
See, I think of Zelda
solving
too.
The puzzles and getting out of rooms and finding the key. And shit.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, but I want to do it too.
It's pretty interesting. We kind of went to a shitty one. Like, we went. Alicia won these tickets on the radio, right? And we went to this one that was like in the middle of nowhere that was only set up for Halloween, and it was like a Spookums one. And
so
you had,
it's already set up to be shitty.
Yeah.
It was fun though, like because like in the first 5 seconds I went in there and looked around the room and they had
fun in quotations.
I enjoyed it. But they had like shit set up around the room but they warned you like to be careful with the props because you could break things.
Right.
And like so cheap. Immediately I was too timid about certain things. Like
I'm breaking everything.
Right.
Like so I immediately go around the room and find all the keys that are hidden in the room. And I'm like, okay, and so you start finding like little lock boxes and stuff like that. But what was shitty about it is like we had the right key in the right lockbox, but it was a shitty lockbox. So you had to kind of force it open. And so we ended up winning, but only because they're like, oh, well, you had this. Like, they'd have to like stop everything and come in and be like, you have this right, but you just got to jiggle the lock. And I'm like, where's my immersion, man?
Right. Seriously.
And like, because literally, I was really impressed with myself because they had this one section where they had Nordic runes on the floor, and you had to translate them. And I actually knew what it was. And like, so they had really cool ideas, but like I'd want to go to a professional escape room this next time.
I mean, just, you gotta watch them shoulders, because you can break your arm trying to pat yourself on the back that hard.
Aaron, go fuck yourself.
Barry Horowitz over here.
No, yeah, I've seen some people do. I've seen like 1 or 2 different escape rooms because I didn't want to watch too many because it kind of blow it for me a little bit.
Yeah.
And the way that they're done in some of the good ones that I've seen is really, really cool. Like, they have a stopped clock or something like that has a certain time, like a random time. You don't think it attributes to anything, and it ends up working into this other piece that's built into the ground. And it's like these really interesting cohesions where everything works together. And there's like books on the table with like marked pages and stuff, and you have to figure out all this stuff. And it seems like that's the way to do it, man. I think just a bunch of keys is probably a good way to start, like the first room or something like that. But
well, they had
the thinkers.
They had some puzzles like that were interesting. Like there was a book that was up on a podium. And it clearly had a big one of those giant, like, hey, look at me, I'm a bookmark.
What was it? The Necronomicon?
No, it was a dictionary.
Oh, boy.
And it had I highlighted on that page.
I?
And then somebody scribbled on it, like, it's behind the witch's eye. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
And then you'd walk over. Yeah, and you'd walk over to this little.
Solving any of that.
You just see that terrible pun and just go, you know what? No, I quit. I'm leaving. Bye.
And Cody's like, oh, well, it's horrible, so therefore you must be horrible. I hate you, Cody.
I know you do.
I hate you.
I hate you more.
No, you don't. It's impossible.
I don't think so.
The podcast of hate.
Do you realize how much I hate things?
Yeah, I know. You
most
hate everything.
of me is hate.
You hate everything,
okay.
And then you're like, no, I'm right about it. Fuck you.
What's going to happen?
But that's not true. I don't fight that I'm right about everything. I'm so immovable on my opinions.
Not about everything. I didn't say about everything.
That's how you implied it.
Hey, Trav,
no,
you should just.
But
you need a pair. You need a pair of hater blockers, dude. Just get a pair of hater blockers. Just wear them during the podcast. You'd be good.
Actually, you know what, Aaron? That's what I want for my birthday this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a pair of hater blockers.
Okay, I'll get you a pair of hater blockers.
I think if I stopped hating things, I would cease to exist. So,
yeah.
Is that just what you're made out of? You're
me.
Just made out of hate.
Pure hatred. I hate so many things.
Oh, hey, Cody.
Hate is what keeps me alive. Drives my existence.
What, Travis?
I don't really hate you.
What?
I don't really hate you, just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Jeez.
Travis,
it's okay, Mr. Sensitive.
I don't hate you either, buddy.
We're friendly friends. We know it when we're just fucking with each other.
No, he hates him a lot. Like, honestly, see? There it is. The truth will set you free, Cody.
All right.
Well, maybe we can go to an escape room all together sometime, and we'll totally film it.
We should do that when I come back down.
I'll totally do it.
Honestly,
sure.
we should get a couple GoPros and do that.
Yeah, well, I have one, so you can get another one.
I can get one.
Okay, get one, and then we'll have the Canon also, and we can do that.
Yeah, awesome. Challen actually has 2 of them.
Cool.
I bet you I figure out nothing. We're going to get there, and I'm going to be all confident and not get a goddamn thing.
There's this thing. We should all take it. There's a test online that you can do that tells you what kind of escape room person you are.
And so Cody would be the brute?
No, actually, I believe Cody would be, like, because it gives you a role.
Why is that always what people say about me? Anytime I do, like, which Avenger are you? I'm the Hulk.
Yep.
Anytime I do any of that stuff,
Well, I mean, you kind of play into it a bit, don't you? You're like, oh, I am made of hate.
Me smash things.
I guess. I like breaking
What
things.
WWE character are you? Kane.
Because he's angry.
Yeah, big and angry.
No, but
Okay.
I bet Cody would be the what they would call the fool. Like, no offense.
Well, that's just rude.
Okay, see, now that's why
listen
you...
to the description. Listen to the description.
I'm going to
Listen to
punch
the
you when I
description.
see you.
No, it's the guy that pretends that, or well, like not really pretends, but kind of doesn't really know what's going on, but picks up on things and then makes jokes to make the other people calm down and laugh.
So at least you're trying to give him a role that's somewhat respectable.
Fucking backhanded compliment.
It's like
Go fuck yourself.
It's like, you're really fucking dumb. You don't know what's going on. But you make us laugh.
yeah. At least people like you.
Yeah. You're
But
fun
we
to
all
be
like
around.
you. Do nothing, but we want you around.
Yeah, fuck you, Travis. I quit again.
You know what? You're not allowed to quit.
quiz this time.
You're not allowed to quit, Aaron. He's fired.
Quit.
Okay, fair enough.
So should we wrap it up?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed all of them ramblings because, we enjoy ourselves. Hopefully you subscribe to this channel because it's cool and, you'll see more of us here and such. And maybe you'll come over and subscribe to my channel, Breaking the Cycle, because I'd appreciate that too. I have videos of music and such, and I hope you like that. And then, check out Stealing Life on Twitch. And Heat a Man. Go over there and play some games and shit. It's cool. You guys like this video because this video is cool. I hope you did like it.
Best
Trying to cover
outro
all of his
ever.
bases.
I know, because you bitch at me every fucking time. You're like,
still
you
missing
need to do
one.
all this shit. You need to do
missing
it hard. Do it
still missing
more.
one.
It's important. People won't like us until we tell us to like them.
What, Aaron? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you figure out what you're missing? Can you do it?
Fuck you. You son of a bitch. I don't know. Jesus.
What-
Down in the
missing?
description below to the other channels. Have a nice
Oh,
day.
God.
He said
There
the
you-
thing.
I
He
don't.
didn't say where you
This
can
is why
find
we
your-
hate you.
Oh,
This
okay.
is why
You can
nobody
find
likes
your
you.
channels.
The links are in the description. There you go. It's there.
Our videos like they don't know what's going on.
Bye. We're leaving now. We're leaving. I hate it.
We're doing our podcast.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's it. We're done now.